So today we are doing an overview of the Helcim Payments Company. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is hop over here to our computer so we can actually check out some of these features and benefits right over here in real time as we talk about them, so you can see them as well as hear what we're talking about. Now Helcim is a credit card processing company, and one of the biggest factors that we want to talk about is no contracts. Like, that's a huge deal. As somebody who's ran a physical retail store that had to accept credit cards, having no contract is a lifesaver for us. And also here as well too, there are no monthly or yearly fees. And what's really nice is they do have the PCI compliance. They also do help protect against fraud, as well as built-in security for the credit cards you have on file. And as you can see here, no fees, no cancellation fees, no deposit fees, no user fees, no monthly fees like we talked about earlier, or even no setup fees. So this is great for a lot of beginner entrepreneurs or companies that want to switch over that are charged a ton of fees from other companies. So next up here is getting paid through Helcim. Now you can do in person, which is like point of contact sales. You can also do keyed in numbers, or online, which is like virtual terminals. And what's really cool too is you can also do ACH as well, which are like bank transfers. So you have so many different options here. You also have options for free invoicing. They have a basic one for just looking onto their website, or once you have your account open, you can actually go through the process of having a really nice detailed free invoicing software. You can also do recurring payments. So if you have like a membership or you're a coach, you could have charges going on a regular basis. You can do what they call a pass on fee, which is great if you want to go ahead and have those fees get charged to the customer. If maybe you're a little bit of a smaller company, or those fees can really eat into your totals. And you can see here, you can also do international payments. There's also a payment page, so you can have it loaded up onto your actual website, as well as online checkouts for e-commerce. Now, as we're going through this overview, if you want to go ahead and get started with Helcim, we'll have a link for you in the show notes down below to get you to the right starting page. Now that link will help support us out so we can continue to make more free content like this, and then stick around because we're going to also show you step-by-step on setting up your Helcim account. Now, there are two different types of funding when it comes to receiving your money in the bank. First one is going to be net funding. This is where money actually gets into your account after the credit card processing. And there's a thing called gross funding, which is the default with Helcim. And this is going to allow you to actually have your money go into your bank account fully and then have the fees pulled over after. This is great for accounting practices as well. Makes it a lot easier to know exactly what you're getting in your account. Now, pricing. This is a really big deal when it comes to running your credit card processing, because pricing is pretty much everything here for us. So I put up a little slide here from their website that you can see. So this is as of this recording. You can see as a combined total between any average in-person swipes is 1.83% plus 8 cents. If you're doing American Express, it's a little higher at 2.61 plus 8% or 8 cents. And then if they are doing a debit pin, it's 1% plus 8 cents. And this can change a little bit based off of, the card that they're using, whether it's MasterCard or Visa or Discover. It's just slightly different there too. But what's great is this is all available for you to see online. A lot of other companies, they will pretty much hide these fees or won't really explain how they actually function. So with this company, you can actually see all the detailed information. Now, alongside with all of this pricing, there is going to be an ACH option as well, which is going to be 0.5% as well as 25 cents. But here is the great thing is that is capped at $6. And when it comes to keying in your actual cards, this is going to be 2.275% plus a quarter, as well as if it's an Amex card, it's going to be 3.01% and a quarter. Now, again, with these rates, these are just averages. And I just wanted to show one quick example. You can go to their website and actually see all of the different prices as well here too. So with this example, with a Visa card, you can see the average that they charge, as well as whether it's a credit CPS or a credit rewards traditional or a credit rewards signature card, and what the actual like interchange fee is, the card brand fee, and then the Helcim margin, which you can see is all the same, and what the actual true rate of each one of those is going to be. So it's really nice. It's very transparent. So you have a really clear idea. So you know how much you're charging and how much of those fees are going to come out from these credit card processing. Now, like I mentioned earlier, a lot of these companies aren't as transparent. So it makes it really hard for you to have a clear understanding of how much you're going to be charged on your cards. And as a small business owner, every dollar matters. So having a clear idea is really important in this process. Now, there are discounted rates as well too. So if you are increasing your actual amount that you're charging every single month, you're going to see the different tiers that they have. They have 5 different tiers here. So as you keep increasing in your revenue, you're actually going to decrease the interchange fee that Helcim is going to charge for that account. So as you keep growing, you will actually continue to save even more as time goes on. Now, next up here is going to be with equipment. Of course, this is an important part of the process to be able to go through and start accepting credit cards in stores. Now, with this, of course, in-person payments, there's going to be smart terminals, there's going to be a card reader, and there's also going to be the tap to pay on your iPhone, which is a newer feature. So if you're somebody who needs to start accepting cards right away or don't really need all the extra fancy gadgets with the terminals, you can go with your iPhone directly. Now, there is an additional 10 cents per transaction, but there's no setup costs, there's no fees for the actual terminal. You can just start using your phone directly, which is a great way to get started instantaneously. They do also have the card reader as well as the smarter terminal as well, which you can actually just purchase right out, or with a smart terminal, you can do payments that eventually you will own that actual terminal. So there's no additional fees for owning that terminal once it's paid off. Now, they do also have the online terminals, which are virtual. So you can have these on your iPads, they can have them on your computer desktop. So that way you can actually go ahead and accept payments pretty much anywhere virtually. And as I mentioned, you own these terminals. So if you purchase the card reader or the smart terminal, those are going to be yours to keep. And once they're paid off, there are no additional payments to have them consistently be used for your business. Now, Helcim also does have integrations available for you. So you can actually connect your QuickBooks accounting, your Xero invoicing, or your WooCommerce accounts as well. Then you can also do third-party integrations and developer APIs if you want to continue to move on further with integration. Now, I mentioned earlier too that there are no contracts when it comes to using Helcim, but you might actually be in a contract and they actually have a contract buyout process. So you can actually get up to $500 for canceling your previous credit card processing company to be able to do this transfer over. They even have guides if you have companies like Square, PayPal, Clover, or even Stripe as well. Now, I mentioned earlier, if you want to go ahead and get started with Helcim, it's a free account to go ahead and open up. I'm going to have a link for you in the show notes down below so you can jump to the right page and get started today. Now, that link does help support us out so we can make more free content just like this for you. And speaking of free content, we're going to actually go ahead and post up our step-by-step guide to actually opening up your Helcim account so you can see all the questions it's going to ask for your small business so you can get started right away.